Since I was a little kid, I like to play with Legos. Playing around with Legos, to play with Legos and that stuff, playing with Legos. Everyone likes to play with Legos, but I really like to play with Legos.
Hey, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I really do appreciate it, especially because today we're going to look at something that I've taken a lot of time and energy to put together. What you see before you is a SpaceX Falcon Heavy that I have built completely and entirely out of Lego. Or Legos. I've always grew up saying Legos, and it just sounds more right than just Lego. So I'm going to say Legos, even though that's not the proper way of doing it, I don't think. So I have submitted this to Lego Ideas. It's online right now, and I need your support to get this off the ground. Literally, the way Lego Ideas works is anybody, you, me, Cousin Eddie, all right, anybody can take their idea. Maybe it's your own made-up idea, or maybe you were inspired by something like I was, and you build it. So you build it, you take some really nice pictures of it, and then you type up a little synopsis of it and you submit it. And then once Lego looks at it, it's like, yeah, you're good to go, see what you can do with it. Then you have to start getting some support. And that's the stage I'm in right now. After that's done, it goes in front of a Lego review board, and they look at it and they ask themselves questions like, how feasible is this? Will people buy it? Is it playable? Will it sell? So if all those are checked, yes, then they go ahead and they put it into production, and then they manufacture it and sell it. So now that we got all that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what this baby can do. Okay, so obviously we have the Falcon Heavy, all right? It has a center core consisting of a first stage and a second stage, as well as a payload fairing, okay? It also has two side cores, all right, or boosters. Now, they actually launched this thing already. They actually launched it the day I put this to Lego. I uploaded my submission to Lego Ideas. So it was awesome timing. My final pieces came in the mail the day before, so I was able to finish building it, snap my pictures all night, put it all together, and then I submitted it right when these two boosters touched down, and it was basically considered a successful mission. So it's a nice kind of ceremonious way of starting or putting this idea out there, I guess you could say. So we have our cores, we have our second stage. Now what's cool is this second stage can actually disconnect, much like the second and third stage of the Saturn V disconnects from the first stage. Now these boosters are held on with these cross struts, all right, these crossbars. And what's cool is that these really exist on the real Falcon Heavy. And once this thing's getting into space and these boosters are depleted with their fuel, they eject from these crossbars, and the crossbars fold up. Now what's awesome is this thing is not really all that fragile. Just like the Saturn V, how durable it is, this thing's pretty durable itself. Now you would think if you grab this thing, it's just all going to fall apart, but not so. The way it's designed is these connections, these strut connections, actually have some maneuverability to them. They can move up and down and back and forth, basically on all three axes. So you lift it up, make sure you have, at least some sort of control on all three of them, but you can lift it up, move it around, and set it right back down. You're good, okay? Boom. I can move it this way, I can move it up and down, all right? So it does have some play to it, which is good because it would be really annoying if every time you touch this thing, it just broke apart. So we can go ahead and detach these crossbars here. Boom, floats away. Same with this side. Floats away. All right, and then these actually do a boost back burn and land back at the landing pad, and I'll show you a landing here in a minute. Let me finish up with the center core here. All right, so these can fold up just like the real thing. Pew, pew. I don't think that's the sound they make in space. They don't make any sound, but they definitely wouldn't be. Pew. All right. All right, boom. All right, and this thing continues off to push the second stage and the payload into an orbit. Once the first stage is depleted, it also breaks away from the second stage. All right, so this goes back, does a boost back burn as well, or slows itself down so it can land on the drone ship. All right, so here's our second stage with the payload fairings. It's flying. And then the fairings can also separate. All right, so I'm just gonna take this little cap off here so we can deploy our payload. Fairings separate. Okay, and as you can see, we kind of have like an origami, like folded up space satellite. It's pretty sweet. I just kind of threw it together. It was actually not that easy to do. I can't just say I just threw it together because I really just didn't do that. It took a lot of thinking to get this thing to fold up and fit perfectly inside the nose cone. So anyway, second stage continues to put our payload into orbit. And once we're there, we can go ahead and detach it from the second stage. There she goes. All right. And of course, once it's out floating in space, you got to deploy all the, antennas and solar panels and what have you. Now here's the thing. You don't have to just have the Falcon Heavy, okay? You can also have the Falcon 9. Because basically the Falcon Heavy is just 3 Falcon 9 strapped together, right? So, hey, let's play it up, all right? Let's get some more diversity in here. Let's bring in the Falcon 9, and it's this easy. You already have your first stage. You already have your second stage. Let's go ahead and, let's put the nose cone back on. And we just have to connect the second stage to the first stage again. Easy as carrots, as Forrest Gump would say. And then we can get rid of these cross struts because the Falcon 9 doesn't need cross struts. So we just take those right off. Now you can actually replace these cross strut holder pieces with more tiles if you want, or you can just leave them there because honestly, they're white, they blend right in, they even fold in a little bit, so they're not that noticeable. It's up to you. It's your happy rocket. Do as you want. This is your world, my friend. Okay, so we have the Falcon Heavy. All we have to do is switch out our pieces, and I've already, kind of simulated that. Whoop, turn it around. It's the Falcon 9. Ta-da! And as we all know here, the Falcon 9 can take satellites, probes, whatever kind of payload you want into space, or it can take man. So we just replace the top here with the Dragon capsule. All right, it's pretty cool. This is actually designed to carry 6 or 7 people. I believe it's 7 people. They keep changing it, into lunar orbit or to the International Space Station. So we'll just plop this thing right on top here. Kaboom. Now we have a Falcon 9 that is human rated. It can take people on the Crew Dragon up into space. They have yet to actually do this. However, they are scheduled to make the first manned flight in late 2018. All right, I know some of you are ready to watch these things deploy their legs and land, so let's do that right now. All right, here's our first one. Boom. Magic. It's not magic, it's science. And leg number 2. There she is. And leg number 3. So there you have it. Our 3 first stage cores all landed with their landing legs deployed. Nice. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, please head on over to LEGO Ideas and support this page. There's a link in the description that will take you right to the page. If you don't have a LEGO Ideas account, it just takes a minute to create one for free, and then you can go ahead and hit that support button. There's also a link at the end of this video, and I'll even put one down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for your time. God bless you. Stay righteous.